Thank you. Good afternoon, and due respect and due protocols to everybody who is present. I shall stand on them. I just want to say, for CESO, we've been working in this space for the last 11 years at least, in fact, since 2009. And over the years, we've seen this has progressed. These attacks are genocidal. And one of the things we're advocating, we need to call them what they are. They're genocidal attacks and ethnic cleansing that is going on, not just in Benue, but across the Middle Belt. Much as we've heard all the appeals to government, we're not just appealing, we're calling on the federal, state, local government at all levels to do their job. Section 14(2)(b) of the Nigerian Constitution says the primary purpose of government shall be the security of the people and their welfare. Anything else, it is turenchi, as we say here. So it is critical that we understand that and begin to call our governments and hold them to a higher standard. In the wake, there's so much to say, but in the wake of the Yelwata attacks, one of the things we work for and advocate for is for people to get first justice, because without justice, there can be no peace. That is just the way God has created human beings. We've worked since 2009 to our account with our partners, the Foundation for Justice, Development and Peace. There have been over 622 attacks coordinated in Benue alone. That includes maybe about 3 or 4 that we counted in the Tiv-speaking parts of Taraba and Nasarawa, or maybe just a little more. Those numbers are increasing. In the last 2 years alone, over 1,100 people have been killed. I'm just talking Benue. This has spread across the Middle Belt. They come in from places like Nasarawa, from Taraba. Now, when our government says these are foreigners, no foreigner, as we saw with 9/11, can go to any country that takes its security seriously, do an attack and get away scot-free. In Nigeria, we have seen them getting away scot-free for far too long. The other thing we need to point out, as we work with the displaced and see, we've heard all the testimonies from farmers. This is an attack on Nigeria, on the West African sub-region, and we need to give it the seriousness it deserves, because they're also attacking our food security. I'll touch very quickly on the displaced persons. In Benue alone, estimates, the last official estimates we had, put the displaced at over 2 million. Those are country sizes. That's the size of a country. And what is happening is that we're being driven out of our rural ancestral homes into the cities. Farms are being left, being taken over by these headsmen. In some places, we've not, in places across the Middle Belt, we have also seen that they are beginning to rename those cities and those towns they've taken over. Also, there's been some illegal mining activity that is also going on, which is further fueling this crisis. The third thing is kidnapping, of course, is rampant. In the last data that we have, they've kidnapped in the last, I think, five years, well over 100 people receiving ransom on this, and raped 95 women to our count. Please let us note that these figures are underreported, because a lot of the communities sometimes just don't report and just try to recover. So our message and our call is for government to rise up to its responsibilities. We'll also appeal to the security agencies to please do their job. It is not their job to come after people have been killed and a genocidal attack has happened. It is not their job to come and be telling us their permutations as to why those killings are happening. The first thing they should do is arrest the perpetrators and their founders. To that extent, we call on the cattle breeding associations to please come into the 21st century and do their work properly. No country around the world goes around grazing their cattle. We're not even in the top 10 of those who breed cattle. Instead, what they do is they ranch their cattle with money that the private investment, or they take loans and ranch their cattle. We say that there's not enough land and there's desertification. Israel and many other countries have shown us that you can actually irrigate your desert land and ranch. So the idea that there's no land is not true up in the north, for example. So if people want to breed cattle and want to do that, then they should. Otherwise, others who are killing should be investigated, arrested for being accessories and promoting genocide. These are very serious international human rights crimes, and we believe that in due course we'll be pursuing reparations and justice from the criminal courts. A last appeal to our government for the displaced. We've heard from all the communities, and this is the story. We've gone from Agatu to Ayla, to Badigbo, we've gone to Segbinde, we've gone to all the places across Benue State. We have a camp. Sometimes it happens, some places they set a camp. There's no rebuilding or proper resettling. We need to go back to our farms. That's the most important thing our people can do. So we're calling and insisting that that is what we need. We need our farms and our homelands made secure, because that's the long-term thing. Tiv people, Benue people, the people of the Middle Belt, my brothers and sisters in Idoma land, Igede land, Etulo, and all over Benue, we're not beggars. We have never been beggars. Am I lying? We're proud, hardworking people, and we've been feeding not just this nation, but West Africa. So it is not our intent to be in IDP camps. I've been working in that space for over 10 years or more, and every time it's the same story. Even the people, they don't want to be in those camps. So it is time for us to take concerted action and to resettle our people and rebuild our homes. To this end, I will also call for partnerships with our communities in Benue to begin to rebuild our homes. There's so much to say, but we really do not have time. Today is for the survivors. It's for us to hear their stories. And we are calling on concerted, urgent action. Because if Benue goes down, the Middle Belt goes down. If the Middle Belt goes down, Nigeria goes down. If Nigeria goes down, Africa is going down. This is a very serious issue. So thank you very much for the time. Let me hand back the mic to those who really matter. Thank you.